There I go. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to Workforce Wednesday. So glad that you guys are back. Again, I hope you guys, if you're in California, you're enjoying this great weather. We are so excited for our guests today. They are very close and near and dear to my heart, but I'll save that for a later time. So this evening, we are very, very fortunate to have two of the U.S. Army's very best. And so I'm going to start by introducing Sergeant First Class Dominique Perkins. He is a U.S. Army Talent Acquisition Specialist and Advertising and Public Affairs Chief, currently serving with the New York City Recruiting Battalion with a proven track record in strategic recruiting, marketing, and community engagement. He specializes in leveraging data-driven campaigns and digital outreach to connect top talent with Army opportunities. Perkins is recognized for his leadership, innovation, and commitment to excellence, having played a key role in developing modern recruiting strategies and mentoring soldiers across diverse environments. He is a Lean Six Sigma yellow belt, okay, but he still can't beat me, so don't let him, He is a Lean Six Sigma yellow belt and holds a bachelor's degree in emergency management and homeland security with ongoing graduate studies in strategic leadership. He is very passionate about service beyond the uniform. He actively leads volunteer initiatives and community partnerings, earning recognition through the Presidential Volunteer Service Award program. As he continues to grow professionally, Perkins is focused on advancing as a warrant officer to further impact talent acquisition and organizational success across the Army. In addition to that, we have Sergeant First Class Jermaine Fields, who is equally as decorated, who has been dedicated to his military service and uplifting fellow soldiers. And so we are super excited to have both of them here to kind of share with you their experience in the U.S. Army. And it's just a real conversation. And so welcome, guys. We are so, so excited to have you both. Thank you so much for all that you do for our country. Thank you for your service. And the floor is yours.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Miss Anissa, aka my sister. I appreciate that intro. That was really lovely. All right. So yes, like my sister said, I'm Sergeant First Class Perkins. Been in the Army 15 years now. Of those 15 years, 6 of those years have been Army Reserve. So if you don't know what that is, that's working with the Army part-time, 1 weekend a month while I have a full-time job, civilian job. I'm going on my 9th year active duty right now. My whole Army career, I've been stationed everywhere, from Texas to DC, Colorado, Korea, Japan, Germany, some of everywhere. I would say the Army's been a great opportunity to me, a great stepping stone. As you know, my sister could probably speak on it. Growing up, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I did not want to join the military because both my parents were military folks, and I've seen what they've been through. But ultimately, I joined, and I love every step of it. And I'm gonna go on more, but I'm gonna let Sergeant Fields give a little intro as well.
How you doing? Appreciate the introduction, Neeson. My name is Sergeant First Class Fields. I've been in the Army 13 years active duty. Main reason I stepped in the field because at first I wasn't looking towards the military at first. I ended up having a partial scholarship for sports at Norfolk State University. Due to situations with family, I decided to step into the military to pretty much provide for myself and provide for my family. So it's a selfless thing to sit there and look at it when it comes to, and I'm pretty sure you can agree, to step into a bigger field and a bigger career field to provide for your family and provide for yourself with a future life. And that's what I looked at it as. That's pretty much the reason why I stepped in it. Yeah.
So, and then for me, I'll keep on going. Just like you said, just like Sergeant First Class Phil said, the Army has given me two main things: financial stability and job security. So I know at the end of the day, I'm getting paid no matter what happens. We had plenty of these government shutdowns that's happened in the past, some that just recently happened. I still got my paychecks on the 1st and the 15th. I never wanted to go to school, but the military they gave me the opportunity. They're paying for school, so why not? So like my sister said, I have my bachelor's degree in emergency management and homeland security, and I'm also working on my master's now in space studies because I plan to switch careers in the Army and switch to the space side. Other than that, it's ample opportunities in the Army. We offer over 150 careers. I know the first thing people think when they think about the Army's war. Crazy thing is, I've been in 15 years. I have not seen war. I don't know what that is. Sergeant First Class Fields, on the other hand, can speak on that because he was on the operational side of the Army. I'm on the support side. So my job is to support the folks that are overseas. I started off as a chemical specialist in the Army. Okay, so I started off as a chemical specialist, so that's a support job. So if I were to deploy or go to war, I would do the same job I do here in the United States overseas. I'm not on the front lines. You want to speak on yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, one thing about it that I really love about the Army itself is one thing: everybody's not the same. Everybody has their own story, opportunity, and like Sergeant First Class Perkins spoke, the Army offers a whole bunch of opportunities, whether part-time or full-time. I started my career off in that field of just going overseas and doing the things for our country so everybody can be safe, especially with my family. Eventually, when it came down to it, I looked at it as a more broader scale of, hey, I want to sit there and broaden my education more and broaden with my family and be my family. So I changed my job to air traffic control, which on the outside I already got explained having a degree in small business management and logistics, which I'm in school for that as now, and also trying to go to school for sports management. The job opportunities on the outside is endless when it comes to paycheck, career, yearly, and then the opportunities that they sit there and go for me. So the main things that I look at it is main thing with the Army is taking advantage of the features and learning what they can provide for you, get that knowledge, and in a small sense of me saying it, exploit it to what it can benefit for you. Have your stepping stones to the steps, have your stepping stones to everything that you want to do, have a goal, have a 3-year plan, have a 5-year plan, accomplish what you want to accomplish, and never forget to be better than yesterday and never be complacent.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So would it be?
Can I interject a few questions?
Yeah, of course. Let's get it.
Okay, so we kind of chatted that we might kind of switch over into more of an interview format. So I heard Sergeant First Class Perkins say he started out as a chemical specialist, and Sergeant First Class Field said, I didn't catch what you said you started out as before you went into air traffic control.
So the first one was infantry, which is the first one was infantry, which was combat based. Eventually I switched to air traffic control, and then now I switched to a talent acquisition manager.
Nice. And so when you first entered the Army, did you know what you wanted to do, or did you have an idea already? This question is for both of you. Did you already know what you wanted to do, or is this something that the Army just gave you guys some information about and then you selected your job from there?
Yes, I got you. So when you first start off and come off, take something called the ASVAB, right? The ASVAB can be taken within college areas with your local recruiter or your high school. I took the ASVAB, and typically for the Army, you want to score a 31 or above. I scored a 45, which is not looking at it as a ABCDE grade scale. It's just the measuring metrics that they had. I remember I had 10 job selections. I did the one that pretty much gave me the perks of the bonus, and that's what I went with, which led with the combat one. They offered me the bonus, which was more money that I can provide for my family at that time, and that really spoke out to me to sit there and go into that one. There was other job opportunities that I did have that was more in the logistical and medical field, but for the situation and the moment that I had right now, or back then for my family, I chose the one that was best for me that would work out for that. That's why I chose that.
Mm-hmm. And then me on the flip side, similar to Sergeant First Class Fields, when I took the ASVAB, I scored 51. Not saying I'm better, but but I only had 5 jobs available. So we do take the ASVAB. It's all about job availability and time is pretty much so. Jobs that he's seen, I may not have seen because I think I took mine a year before you probably. Yeah. So yeah, it's all about job availability. But the reason I chose chemical, they were offering a $10,000 bonus. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was just in it for the money. I didn't care what the job was. $10,000 is $10,000 in my pocket. And I took that and I joined the Army. But I love the job though. Chemical is very, very, you do a lot with the chemical side. You do a lot of radiological, nuclear, and biological testing for the Army. And you can also work hand in hand with civilian jobs as well. You get close to like 32 technical certifications coming out of the school, which is called AIT, Advanced Individual Training. But we can get into that if that's one of your questions. We cannot speak too soon.
Okay, Okay, great. So you joined out of high school, you selected these amazing jobs that were going to allow you guys to be credentialed and gave you guys money. And so like how did they train you for the job? Was it like you had, I know you said you went to AIT, but like how long is AIT? And is that something that folks should be scared about? You know, some people aren't the greatest test takers. Some people are a bit nervous about going off to school and having to do those different things. So two-part question. One, how long is school? And two, what advice would you give to young people or people in general who maybe didn't do the best in school, who are nervous about taking tests, who, are just very uncertain, but maybe the military is an option for them?
So I'll speak on that. So the first step originally is going to something called basic training, right? Regardless of what job that you select, basic training is 3 months long. Regardless of if you have a athletic background, no background, if you are fit, slim, short, tall, it doesn't matter. What basic training is going to teach you is the basic soldierism of what you need to have the capability of, right? It's nothing to be scared of. Even the people that I sit there and work with now that have that thought and doubt of, hey, is it scary? Is it hard? Is it this? You will, through the first couple of weeks, is kind of like an in processing thing to sit there and get used to, or not used to, have the information that you have. Where the basics start with, when you start at your recruiting office, there is a training that we sit there and we get you prepared to go to basic training. And then when you're at that level of basic training, regardless of your goal, because I call basic training pretty much a glorified summer camp for your body. You want to have a summer body, you want to have a winter body. That's what's going to work out for you, right? It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best for you. It's pretty fun because even the people that I met through basic training all those years ago, I'm still close with to this day. So I look at it as a mentorship of learning with the drill sergeants. A lot of people always sit there and have fear of, hey, do they yell in your face and did they do this and they do that? Regardless of what y'all see on social media, it's not a lot how it actually goes down. It's kind of like, hey, you see it from a movie base. Is it like that? It's not really like that. And then the AIT job training, it dictates on your job. And with that goes the locations of, if you go, for example, if you're in the medical field, Fort Sam Houston, if you're going into logistic fields, you're going to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And even if you're not like a school person or a tech person, to sit there and be like, all right, I'm not a good test taker, you learn things from the smallest basis to get your confidence and level up. So you will have that training, you will have that information. And when it's even placed in front of you, you sitting there, you like, oh, you have doubts. And then you look at it, you like, okay, I know this answer. We have done this either hands-on or we learned it in the classroom. And it goes from like that. So I think the longest one I've seen was pretty much the medical field one. Every other AIT job training ranges from 8 to 9 weeks. And with benefits that I like about it the most, the combination of basic training and AIT, you can come out with at least about 54 to 55 college credits with that as well. Mm-hmm. So if you do want to put that and continuing school in place, I would sit there and do that because the ones that I always set under me, I always would have them still go. And I look at it as their short-term, long-term goal basis because whatever you sit there and want to do, regardless of a trade or job field, if you want to stay in or go out or just use the military for your first 2 or 3, by the time you do your first contract, one class, one weekend out of a month, so Wednesday to Wednesday, because a lot of a lot of colleges work with the military, so Wednesdays to Wednesday. By the time your first contract is up, you already have your associate's degree. So if you want to sit there and get out, guess what? You got something to fall back off because people like myself and Sorry First Class Persons, we put y'all in positions to sit there and be like, hey, what field do you want to go in? What do you want to do when you get out? What do you want to use this for? And benefit from that.
Mm. That's what they do, right?
Thank you, Sergeant First Class Fields. Very thorough, very, very thorough answer. Then I have a different question then for Sergeant First Class Perkins. What, so it sounds like, because I hear you guys keep saying we or what we do to prepare, is that you guys have also maybe recruited people to come into the Army. And so what is that experience like? A lot of people have the idea that recruiters lie because they just want to get you in and they want to just send you to war and they're not going to tell you the truth. But can you kind of share like what that commitment is once you meet with your recruiter and you sign up? Like, what does that commitment look like? Can I just quit the job if I don't like it once I go get my summer body? out in basic training and I get my 50 plus college credits going through all these different training programs, like, can I just quit because I don't want to do this no more? And now Iran is in the picture and I think I just want to quit and go home.
Okay. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's always a nervous experience coming into a recruiting station. You know, you meet a whole bunch of people that you don't know. You know, they're giving you information that you can't really verify. But I will say, you know, I'll be honest with you. There are recruiters out there that treat people as numbers. They do just want to get you in just so they can look good. At the end of the day, you know, me and Sergeant First Class Fields can speak on, you know, we treat people like humans because at the end of the day, our name is attached to you. So whatever happens to you in your career, it comes back to us. So we try to set people up for success. Uh, when choosing a job or talking to a recruiter, I tell people to always talk to someone that's been in, someone that's in, and a close friend or close person. Do your research on everything before you come to a recruiting station. The information we give you, I mean, we're going to give you accurate information, but you still want to know the truth. So I always don't follow social media. Ask someone that's been in past, present, future. What was the second part of the question? Sorry.
What if they want to quit? What if they want to quit? They're like, I don't like this anymore. Listen, I'm done.
So prior to going to basic training and Sergeant First Class Field, he right next to me. You can drop out. You can just leave. We're not going to do nothing. They're going to be recruiters that tell you, oh, if you go AWOL before you chip off the basic training, what's it, a $200,000 fine will send you to prison? We're going to keep it honest with you. You can, but don't be that person, though. Stay dedicated. Stay true to your word. Finish off. Now, once you go to basic training, if you try that, now you grads. We can't, once you ship off, we can't help you no more. Our job is done, but yes, they will find you. They will. So I've seen two ways. I've seen someone go AWOL before. They put this person in prison. Another person, they blocked them for 6 months, but they were able to rejoin. Long story short, you're gonna get in trouble. It's gonna go on your record. Civilian sectors will see this on your DD 214. That's discharge papers when you get out the Army. They will see this and they will hold that against you. You got something you want to add to that?
Yeah, and I got a great way to place this as well. And this is one of the examples that I've used because even in a lot of trading markets that we sit there and do, like we work for what's that bank called? Bank of America, and a couple of times that we sit there and ask questions, or either Maintenance Corporation or the one that I sat there and talked to is Boeing, right? Because I'm in the air traffic control field. So one of the COOs talked to us today, and he looked at us like this: if people that come out of four-year colleges and they sit there and just have that degree and stuff and say, hey, pretty much, I want to sit there and come work for you. Sit there and say there's a veteran. You did a 4-year contract that works in their field. You have on-job experience. You have travel experience. They know you a vet, so they know that your dedication, the hard work, and being on time, and you did it in the job in multiple locations. And he looked at me and sat there and said, now, if I compare the daggone two, and it's just keeping it real, which one do you think I would hire? We had some people in the seminar that were sitting there saying, hey, well, the 4-year degree, and we had some people who were sitting there saying, well, the vet. And he sat there and said, I'm going to hire the vet. So I sit there and say that to go off of take advantage of the opportunities. We have a lot of different jobs that we sit there and go to. So even if you go into the job that is kind of like, hey, it's not my main go-to, you can always switch your jobs. I did mine 3 times because you can start off with one. You can always enter a class. It's called BSEP, and then you can raise your score up, whatever it is. Change the job that you want to get into and go to the field. You use the military or use the Army as a stepping stone to what you want to do in life. Because at the end of the day, when you have these certifications, whether going through the military or through the state, because sometimes they can certify you in both, when you want to get out and you want to go for this job to provide for your family, you got it. And you sit there and go to it and you leave, regardless of what Sergeant First Class Perkins saying as an AWOL. I done seen people get pulled over by a traffic ticket or just by accident, and they got in trouble. And I look at it as when I talk to young men and women or older men and women that go into it, is set yourself up for your kids, for your future self, whatever you want to sit there and do. The opportunities are there. You just have to put that leap of faith and take advantage of it. And that's that.
Yes, indeed.
That is phenomenal. So I can't just go get my summer body and then be done, because at that point I'm committed. Got it. Okay, note to self. That's not the route. I probably should just go work out real good and eat a little better. Okay, so you guys have shared such valuable information about just the process and what that looks like. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your transparency. But what about the next part? So like now they're finished with basic training, they're finished with AIT, and it's like, do I just go back home and work? Or like, where do I go next? Or like, where am I going to move to?
Yeah.
And how is that decided?
Okay, so the Army will be it's a process. So you'll receive orders. So around the time you're graduating or about to graduate basic training, 3 weeks before you graduate, you're going to receive orders showing what your next destination is, or AIT, where AIT will be. Once that happens, you graduate. We'll have a bus, or if you're staying on base, you'll be transferred there by the drill sergeants. If you're going to a different post, they will transfer you there by flying or by bus. Now, the whole process, it sounds scary. Trust and believe, it's not scary. We're going to be there with you the whole time. Not us, sorry. Drill sergeants will be there with you the whole time. They're going to escort you to where you have to go. Same for AIT. No, you fine. Same for AIT. You'll receive orders probably like 4 or 5 weeks before you even graduate. They'll let you know. Once you graduate, I've seen two ways. Usually, you fly back to your home where you joined from originally, or most people they just go straight to the post or base. They fly there, they drive there. If they have belongings in another state, the Army will pay to ship all that for you. You just go back, you set the appointments up for your what is it called?
Household goods.
Household goods. They'll be there. You make sure they load everything up for you. They'll ship it out there for you. The whole process is already planned out for you. You have to do nothing. You literally just have to be there, right uniform, right time, doing your job. Now, for us, it's a little different for us recruiters. Once we get assigned, we have been in a little bit longer. We have to go straight to the post. We just receive our orders, we go, and we show up and we do our job. But for you all that's about to join, it's a process. It's a checklist. They have everything already lined up for you. All you have to do is literally just just go, just go. They're going to be there with you the whole time. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, you just setting yourself up after basic training AIT. The scariest parts, a lot of people don't say is basic training. Like Sergeant First Class Field says, we're trying to get the message out there differently. We don't want you guys to follow TikTok. Don't believe that. Ask a recruiter, ask someone that's been in, so we can show you what right looks like. Okay.
Because what's funny to me, the main ones that do talk bad about it is the quick pro quo with it.
Yeah.
You see them still in it, right? And then there's a reason why they're still in it, regardless of whatever it is. I've never liked to speak on people's reasons because that's, again, everybody has their reasons why they do it. And it's just like a job anywhere else. And like one of the main funny things that I look at with, I think around the ages of like 22 to 27 that I at least get these questions with, I don't like to get yelled at. I don't like people in my face. And I sit there or I don't like to wear uniforms. So I sit there and look at it and say, well, where do you work now? A place with a uniform. Cool. Okay, so if your boss sit there and say, hey, this is due on this date, and you don't get it done on this date, what can possibly happen to you? You're fired and lose your job, and now you're trying to figure out the situation. Doesn't happen on this side. Yeah, you can get in trouble, but you have teammates that you can sit there and go to and sit there and be like, hey, battle, I need your help. Can you assist me on this? This was due on this day. I just need help. Network. That's what I'm pretty much getting at. Network, 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 network. Because he's in New York, I'm in Texas. If something that he needs, I know he can hit me up. I can got it, send it to him. Same thing, vice versa. And that way, when I give it to you or he gives it to me, we adjust what we need to adjust, keep that same template, network. Because you never know between working in the Army with civilians or people that you may know. And then it can just go as a, hey, how you doing? Good morning. And the next thing you know, you might be in a bind one day. This person remembers you said good morning to them. Guess what? They gonna help you out. And now you just made a good connection and network.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I heard your network is your net worth, because even just a simple good morning could be connection, that you have support, that you make lifelong friends, that you can receive education free of charge. I heard that I can get my summer body, okay? It sounds like my travel is paid for, all of my belongings from my home. What I know from experience is that your family can also come with you, I guess, to most duty stations. So if you have a kid or if you have a wife or a husband, from what I understand, I'm no recruiter, okay? So we have to ask these two, that your family, your wife and your children or so can come with you. So just a quick question, kind of a fun question. What has been your favorite duty station and why?
Ooh. I was say I got two.
Two.
Okay, so yeah, I have two. Okay, so my favorite right off the back would probably be Romania. No, I'll say Korea. Mainly for the food. I love the food out there. Everything is fresh. There's so many activities to do out there. And then my second one would probably have to be DC. I say DC because it was a special assignment. So a lot of people don't know. This assignment was pretty much working on the presidential escort unit. So anytime the president would come into the capital region, we would escort him or him at the time, him around. So it was for President Biden and President Trump's first term. But with that, you just exposed to so many people, so many three-letter agencies. It's just, man, we got to travel so much for that right there. But I met a lot of great people, a lot of our Congress folks, a lot of comedians, celebrities, every type of thing. I'm gonna let you hit yours. I'll keep on going on, man.
Yeah.
I know I talk last. I'm gonna shut up.
I was sitting there saying I'm gonna start off with my second one, Colorado.
Oh God, how
I'm a
forget that?
very outdoorsy person when it comes to just the mountains or just doing anything outdoors. And I don't like to be inside. I'll be with the friends like, hey, it's a weekend. Hey, let's go to the mountains, or off work. Hey, let's go to the mountains. And that was just mine because I like to snowboard and do a whole bunch of stuff. My first one, Vincenza, Italy, hands down. I'm already a cultured person. So just being around all the historic things and the food, and then travel. I have my passport. Hey, just go on the train. I'm in Germany. Go on the train. I'm here, and it's just, hey,
come on now.
Hey, Italy is my number one, hands down. Because especially when learning like a lot of culture things and having better food and quality of food. And then one thing a lot of people sit there and don't know, chicken Alfredo is not a thing in Italy. I was hurt. It's not. It's not. And then the food times of like, hey, they don't serve past this time and this time. And they stop past this time because it's just, they like the non-obesity effect. And it actually helps out. But the food, listen, hey.
Nice, nice. Listen, you guys are phenomenal. Again, thank you for your service. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for your honesty. I feel like I've been recruited. I'm like, how many pounds I need to drop, and am I too old to go? Okay,
Stop.
like, do they accept 40-year-olds? Okay,
we do.
And
we
so
do.
I just listen. Don't be recruiting me because I'll be over there trying to get in. But I appreciate you all. I appreciate your service. Thank you for your commitments to your families. I know both of these are my brothers, okay? And so I'm just so grateful that you guys came on tonight to share your experience, to be open and transparent with some of our members here online who are searching for their career path, and it might be in the Army. And so I'm volunteering them. If you guys have any questions about joining the Army and you want to run some questions past them, I'm volunteering them. You can send them to my email and I can forward them to Sergeant First Class Perkins and Sergeant First Class Fields. They are not only soldiers, they are phenomenal fathers, a phenomenal husband. And I believe Sergeant Fields one day to be, a phenomenal husband. They're just phenomenal young men who work hard. They're funny. They have a really solid brotherhood. And so I've been able to witness a lot of their comings and goings and growing, right? And so they're telling you the truth. And they say that networking and meeting your people and traveling. And so the Army has a lot of pros. I know we hear a lot of bad things about the Army, and watching and growing up in that environment, watching my brothers, watching his friends who become like my younger brothers, watching them grow and travel and change has been such a blessing. And so listen, if you want to speak with someone who is trusted, who's going to be honest with you, who's going to keep it a buck, okay? They have no skin in the game, okay? But to see you succeed, feel free to reach out via email. We're going to give snaps up to Sergeant First Class Fields and Sergeant First Class Perkins. We are so grateful to you all. Thank you for your time this evening. I appreciate y'all. And if don't nobody else tell y'all, okay, y'all are dope. Y'all a little fly, okay? Y'all a little fly. Y'all kind of okay, just a little bit. And don't worry, Sergeant First Class Field. I also learned that cooking with garlic, putting garlic in pasta, is also not an Italian thing. They said that's an American movie thing. Okay, but that's okay. You're gonna eat good. You're not telling a lie. I ain't never been to Romania, but I did get to visit him in Washington, D.C., and it was a great time. But he wouldn't do all that running around every place, running 27 miles here and there. Anywho, thank you. It is 6:01. I am 1 minute over, you all. Thank you for joining this evening. You can catch the replay on the WorkTorch app. So make sure you are logging in. We are still giving out that incentive for signing up for that. Be back here with us next week. We are going into some of those healthcare careers. And so we appreciate you guys. You have the rest of your night. Do your homework, eat good, take a shower, and have a great night. See you next week. Thank you for joining Workforce Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.